Let's welcome back foreign editor Jeremy Au Yong, who's one of the editors leading the Straits Times GE coverage. Jeremy, we just saw the new candidates unveiled today by PAP, WP and PSP. Who stood out for you?
Yeah, well, as we could see from the segment, there really were a lot of candidates that were announced today, and many of them are notable. So, but it would be too long. It will take too long for me to go through all of them or do them any justice. So I will just pick three. I'll pick two from the PAP and one from the opposition. So the first one is Dr. Tan See Leng, which at 55, one of the older ones that the PAP has announced today. I'm picking him because historically, this is the type of candidate that is said that PAP often struggles the most to attract into politics. These are people who have been very successful in the private sector. They hold a high-ranking post in the private sector, and most of them have, in the past, generally not wanted to join politics, but here we have Dr. Tan See Leng. The second one from the PAP is Mr. Tan Kiat Hao, who was the former CEO of the IMDA. I'm picking him because he, based on his CV and his background, he looks like one of those that, if elected into parliament, has a very high chance of actually being chosen to be an office holder. From the WP today, the WP, they introduced two of them we had seen before and two are new. So of the new one, I'm picking Muhammad Azhar Abdul Latif. He has quite an interesting story, and so he was disabled in an accident in 2014, I believe, and now he's training to be a para-athlete. So to my memory, I cannot think of another time where we had a person with a disability who was running as a candidate in the general election.
Jeremy, the Constitution now guarantees that there will be at least 12 opposition MPs in Parliament. Non-constituency MPs will also have full voting rights. Is that a strong enough argument to counter the opposition party's calls for greater representation in Parliament?
Yeah, I agree that's a tough one. I think this is one that maybe the voters will have to answer. This NCMP scheme has been the subject of much debate between the PAP and the opposition for a long time, and I think we've heard generally where they stand now. So, on the one hand, NCMPs do have all the voting rights that an ordinary MP has. So one would argue that this should satiate some of the need for opposition voices. On the other hand, as many opposition leaders will point out, that a NCMP, a non-constituency MP, by definition, does not have a constituency, and this actually is a severe handicap that they do not have. Not having the backing of a grassroots has somewhat of an impact on your ability to expand on your standing in Parliament.
Well, many thanks for joining us, Jeremy. We've been speaking to Jeremy Au Yong, who's part of the election coverage team at the Straits Times.